Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. Now before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body, like storm clouds. Feeling yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe, loving space. All right. Sagittarius, September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Sagittarius. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. All right. Let's see what your chakras have to say before we turn over the tarot and what your chakra energy will be for this time. Sagittarius, September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020 Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. All right, these four. We start here with flexibility. This is the sacral chakra. Now, the sacral chakra is important because it's where our creative and sexual energy is held, but it's also where a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives is held. So here you are releasing blockages, and you are finding that you are moving forward, not with the words of others, but with the words of your truth, your passion, your power. And you are seeing that you are more flexible to the formation of your dreams and the embracing of your powerful understanding of what you want from life and the way that you are moving forward. You're releasing a lot of negativity from this life and from past lives. You're releasing it, but you're also realizing it, the way that it's held you back, the things that have been ingrained fears in you. This can also be from your DNA line, things that you have feared because of how you grew up and who raised you and what you have seen in your life. And so here you are finding that you are stepping into a freedom of self and a beauty of soul. This then leads you to holistic health. This leads you to a healing that isn't found through through pills, through Western medicine. It is a release that has you embracing the essence of your soul, yourself, and looking towards alternative practices. Yes, of course, always contact a health care, specialist. But this is adding yoga and, switching coffee to tea and moving towards herbs and, and a more natural way of embracing your body and embracing yourself. And this is becoming in tune with your body again, what it needs and what you desire from life, and also where the aches and the pains are. What is hurting you that you have been overlooking? And how is there a calmer, gentle way to heal that? Is it through diet changes? Is it through, exercise? Is it through drinking more water? All these things to help increase your quality of life. And Spirit is saying they're so simple. Here it is, sometimes it is going to be, for you Sagittarius, the simplest things have the greatest impact. And then we have peace. This is the crown chakra, and this is what you want from life and from this time, is a sense of peace, a sense of serenity, a sense of beauty, a sense of power moving you forward. And you want to connect with the peace of your life, your soul, and yourself. Also with the peace of existing, especially during this time in the world where everything is so on edge. It's kind of like step back from the craziness and embrace a sense of wonderment, a sense of peace, a sense of joy, even if it seems very hard to get there, even if it takes time and it takes effort. Spirit does show it really brightening you, it really moving you forward, this peace that radiates out. So instead of being part as so much of the world is, of shouting and who can shout louder and louder and louder, it is saying, I'm not taking part in this. And I'm walking a road that is gentler and seems that people forgot. And it leads you to psychic development. It leads you to your third eye opening. It leads you to a sense of beauty and calm and serenity. It leads you to being in tune to what Spirit says and what your angels say. It leads you to looking at the world with more caring and compassion, because you can see so much more clearly. And people aren't just, life isn't just what everybody is shouting. It is a calm, Spirit is showing it as a calm serenity, because you see behind the veil. The psychic development is really connecting you with the High Priestess, and because you are represented by the Temperance card in the Major Arcana, Sagittarius, and because you always go deeper. You do. That's part of your personality. You go deeper. You seek more deeply, more honestly, more truly. You are going to find that psychic development, the opening of the third eye, brings a sense of balance to your life that was once overlooked. That you thought, that's silly, or, I don't need to focus on that. It's like, oh no, you do. And as you do, yes, it kind of shakes things up just a little bit, but it puts life into order, into an understanding that is really quite brilliant for you. And depending on where you are in your journey, psychic development can be really intense, and you might find that you're not quite ready for it. So if you say, you know what, I need to step back, and I need to take this much more slowly, I need to take these steps a little bit more gingerly, you're going to find that that's going to be very beneficial for you. So the left-hand side here is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is your public self. We have the Two of Swords. The Six of Cups, which always pulls at my heart. We have Justice, Libra energy, a time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. And we have the Eight of Swords. Oh, that's intense. That is a powerful inner self. Then you have the Hierophant, and I love his jubilation right there. I mean, he has such joy in him. So that is definitely being embraced with the heart self. The Hierophant represents Taurus energy, a time frame of April 20th to May 20th. The Eight of Wands, things change fast. There you are as the Queen of Wands, shining through, celebrating, rejoicing, beauty, grace. The Seven of Cups. I love this. The Seven of Cups, and you have the countdown from the Eight of Swords to the Seven of Cups. And this is being a dreamer. And yes, it's not making dreams your whole aim in life, right? Dreaming our lives away, sitting there and saying one day, cross your fingers, things will be better without working towards it. But it's starting to realize. It's starting to form a reality in your mind and working towards getting there. It's changing passive dreaming into active visualization. And it is opening up your world in a way that you hadn't anticipated, but that is absolutely beautiful for you. It leads you to the Ace of Wands. This is a gift you are most definitely taking passion and creativity. Again, over your third eye chakra, the opening of your third eye chakra is so important for you during this time. And it connects you with your dreams. It connects you with deeper desires. It leads you to the Three of Wands, to looking at a new path of what you want and where it is that you want to be. The Star card, Aquarius energy, a repeat of the number 7, here says that truth is astoundingly important to you. And Sagittarius, truth is always astoundingly important to you. Also deeper knowledge, deeper understanding. You're moving towards your wishes, towards your dreams, towards your stars. And it leads you to the Page of Cups. Being a student of your passion, of what you love. And the Page of Cups here, and I love this, you have the little pig right there, the piglet with wings. There's kind of the sense of, oh, when pigs fly. When pigs fly, I'll be happy. When pigs fly, dreams will come true. And pigs are flying. Pigs are flying, things are changing. And it's breathtaking for you. It is. So let's see the people who will be aiding you during this time. Who are the people who will aid Sagittarius? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Who are the people who will aid Sagittarius? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Who are the people who will aid Sagittarius? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, that one just fell right out. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, 3. Fantastic. So we start here with the moon. Pisces energy, time frame February 19th to March 20th. This is a person who sees fears, understands fears really quite well, faces them, and moves forward. This is a person who stands in their strength and their understanding, and who helps you stand in your strength and your understanding. This is a person who sculpts shadows and doesn't just see monsters in them. And that is something that's very beautiful for you, very powerful. And as you move forward in this power and in this beauty, you embrace a new way of seeing things. Now, this Pisces energy, now it doesn't have to be that this person is a Pisces. They can have a lot of Pisces in their chart. You don't have to know this person in real life. This person can be somebody who inspires you through books, through television, through movies, through, podcasts and YouTube. It does not matter how this person's influence touches your life. It opens your world, and it starts to lessen the fear of the unknown. You then have the Strength card, which is a Leo energy, a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. This is a person who knows that brute force strength is not true strength. This is a person who sees kindness and compassion as our greatest strengths, and who looks deeper into the souls of people and sees what is needed. Yeah. This person also has unlikely allies, moves in a direction where you would sit there and say, oh wow, I didn't think that they'd do that. That seems like out of the character I've built for them. But it is the character that they are. And they stand in that truth very openly and very honestly. And then we have the Princess of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is the Page of Cups right here. That is definitely a part of you in the public arena. This is a person who is a wisher, a dreamer. This is a person who sees beauty in things, where others usually see doubts and fears and anger. And this is a person who holds on to what they love in an innocent, serene way. Now we start with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is being pulled in 2 different directions in the mind. And it's thinking, I have to walk this road, or I have to walk this road. Because you see 2 choices. And this is where the flexibility of the sacral chakra really comes in for you. It's like life is not narrowed down to just two ways of being. You're going to see that the world really starts to open up to you when you stop looking at it the way that it demands to be seen. And you start looking at it through emotional understanding, through a connection with yourself and what you want. And so what if it doesn't follow the pattern that everybody says life is supposed to follow? It follows the pattern of you. And you are embracing the pattern and the truth of you. Because here, you're broadening your horizons. You are connecting, most definitely. Because the Hierophant has you connecting with your true self. And it leads to divinity handing a gift that seems magical. And you are going to find that you are not held back the same way that you were. Or that decisions that once seemed to be overwhelming because you didn't want to choose either path now become more real, more honest to you. Because you're seeing where it is that you want to be. And you're seeing who it is that you want to be. The past comes forward, as it always does. We are a conglomeration of our past. We are a conglomeration of our shared, the shared emotions that we have with those who raised us, who influenced us, siblings, friends, parents, grandparents, as we grow, first loves. And here, it is knowing that nothing stays the same. And sometimes that can be a very overwhelming thing to know. And it's something that we don't want to look at. We see the world today and everybody thinks, oh, as long as I don't look like I'm aging, I'll never age. As long as I, pretend to be a certain way, I'll always be. But that's not how life works. And here, it is the understanding of the growth of self. And you have the puppy to the older dog, and it's sad. All that we experience in life, all that we love, all that we lost, the child to the man. And we wonder sometimes, how can my heart stand to break one more time? How can truth be so devastating? How can love be so demanding? And there are things here where you are looking at the past and you're saying, I can't do that again. I don't want it. Spirit is showing that there is something here that you're looking at and you've seen the pattern. You've read the story in others. And you've seen it in your own life. And you're thinking it's just going to repeat itself. But you're going to find that it doesn't. That the hurts and the pains of the past, they mold us, they form the way that we think. But they do not deny us the ability to move forward to a future. And you are going to find that as you have learned this wisdom, as you have seen your truth, and as you have loved and lost and seen life evolve around you, you're calling on a justice. It's a justice of emotions. It's being just within yourself. It's sitting there and it's saying, yeah, there isn't always balance. And yes, sometimes life is completely unfair. But there is a justice to my life. And there is a purpose why I am here. And sometimes it doesn't always make sense. We try to riddle it out along the way. But here's the thing. Divinity always says, in divine time, not yours. Divinity always says, in divine knowledge, not your knowledge. We like to see patterns in things. We like to work out things and see them as absolute truths. Life is so much more malleable than that. And as you move forward in justice, in beauty and in reason, you find that you are freed in a way. And you find that you are finding justice for the hurts and the pains that kept you thinking that life had two roads, and only two, and neither one quite fit you. But you are releasing that, and you are moving forward in a truth and in a power that is absolutely yours. You're moving towards an understanding and an abundance that speaks honestly to you. It brings you to the Eight of Swords as justice comes in. The Eight of Swords is doubt and is fear. The Eight of Swords, here she sees herself, she's free, but here she is tied. She's bound, and she cannot move. And that is not true. We look at ourselves, and we see ourselves in very distinct ways. We see the hurts and we see the pains that have defined us, that have made us who we are, the heartbreaks and the disappointments. And we think, this will always be my life. This hurt, this devastation, this loss, people can read it on me as if it is a book, and the pages are wide open. But here's the thing, they can't. We can live our whole lives in the Eight of Swords, in doubts and in fears, in anger and devastation, in the shadows with monsters ruling us. Or we can claim our power, claim our lives, and say, I'm not bound. I am stronger than what ties me back, than what holds me back, and I move forward to light and reason and truth. And it brings you to a celebration of authenticity. It brings you to a marriage of self. Now, why a marriage of self? Because the Hierophant in the Major Arcana is the marriage card. And it's a celebration. And I think being married to yourself is beautiful. Because we always sit there and say, oh, somebody else will complete me. Oh, they make me whole. But what if you were whole all by yourself? I know people sit there and they say, well then, why would a person need to come into your life? Well, why wouldn't they want to? If you were not trauma and drama and oh so much work, why wouldn't they want to be around somebody who loves, whose grace and elegance and eloquence of being and soul, whose jubilance of heart? The Hierophant knows himself. The Hierophant is truth. And the Hierophant tells us to live in our truth. Even though it is so easy to get caught up in everybody else's narrative, in the fear-mongering that goes around, in the doubts and the desires to buy more and more, so life will be better. What if life is better when you connect? What happens when you master yourself? When you look inside and you say, I know the truth of what I want. I know the beauty of my soul. And I am moving towards it. And I am letting it guide me. That is what your heart is connecting with. And it brings you to the Eight of Wands. It changes everything. The Eight of Wands is change. And it's like, ready or not, here it comes. It happens quickly, breathtakingly, beautifully, powerfully. You are changed as you move forward. And you are moved forward from a past that kept you stuck, from hurts that seemed not to heal. And as things change, your world opens, and you see yourself looking at a horizon that is endless, and saying, why not? Instead of all the reasons why you shouldn't, why not? Creativity, passion, beauty is a part of you. And as you move forward, you embrace yourself, justice comes, and you shine as the Queen of Wands, and look how jubilantly happy she is, holding magic in your hands. Now, why magic? Now, you can view magic as conjuring magic, if that is what you are into, and that is what you believe. Embrace it completely. But for me, magic is the God's head that lives within us. It is the fact that Brahma said, I hide the God's head within man, because that is the one place he will never look for it. And that makes humans as powerful as gods. And yes, that might sound like blasphemy, but it isn't. Because what if, when you find that God's head, when you move through the muck and the mire of this world, and you embrace a beauty of soul and a shining light of self, what if, for the brief moment of your life, in the realms of divinity, you shine as brightly as gods do? What if you bring that light to this earth? Wouldn't that be beyond amazing? And wouldn't that be powerful? And it doesn't mean that you are on every television screen, on every device. It means that you shine brightly in your truth, on your path for why you are here on earth. The Queen of Wands moves freely, also more behind the scenes than a king is, because I see the kings as the actors upon the stage, the one the people's faces turn to, and the queens the directors behind the scenes. The ones, one could say, the actors turn to. And here there is power and there is truth. There is beauty and there is freedom, and the Queen of Wands is never afraid to roll up her sleeves and to get into the middle of things. You are never afraid to search, to find. At times, yes, you are apprehensive, but you are ruled by the passion that warms the earth and that keeps humanity alive. That is why when we are told the stories of fire, they always come with such a great cost, because they are so important to our survival. Prometheus was tied to a rock with a hawk, a crow, with a bird, there we go, eating out his liver for eternity, for bringing fire to man in Greek mythology. You are passion and you are the fire of existence. You are the core of the earth and the blazing brightness of the sun, our closest star. Embrace that passion and that power. Understand your truth. Because as you do so, you understand yourself a bit more. You look at what you desire more truthfully and more honestly, and don't fall victim to the desires of others. And even if you do, even if you sit there and you say, Dane, I have lost myself. I have lost myself to what others wanted me to be, and that jubilation on her face is only a distant memory. It's time to claim it back. Because it's time to take dreams, instead of them being the wishful places that we escape to at night, and when our mind wanders, for them to be the formation of a reality that at times seems too vast, too big, for even our minds to wrap around. It all starts with a dream. Remember what Albert Einstein said: imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, but imagination is endless. Embrace the endlessness of the imagination. See where it is that you want to be, how it is that you want to move forward, and move forward with this passionate beauty, with this powerful truth guiding you. Be a dreamer, not in the way that people mock and sneer, but let them mock and sneer. You live in dreams. You live in beauty. You create and you cultivate. Because it's the fear that the dreams will never come. There is nothing but this here that keeps us tied and small, and our voices locked away. You dream. Pushing the limits, seeing what you desire, because it brings you to the public arena, and it brings you to the Ace of Wands, passion and creativity. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you this gift of creation and cultivation, of the fire that warms us all, the reason for getting out of bed in the morning, our passions and our desires, and it ignites over your third eye. You are astoundingly intuitive during this time. You are seeing things more clearly, more potently, and more powerfully. And as you do so, the world that once seemed small, that had its limits because others said there were limits, and don't be foolish. And dream proper dreams. Head out of the clouds and feet firmly planted on the ground. Yes, be practical about things. This isn't saying run away and join the circus, unless that's what you really want to do. This is saying there's beauty in upholding responsibilities. Because as you do so, and as you follow your heart's truth, you bring wonderment to those who see you. And it's not being one of those people, you know, when you were really little, and you think, oh my gosh, they're so cool. You know, those people who don't have the same responsibilities, aren't as serious, you know? And then as you grow, you sit there and you realize not cool. Not cool, they just ran away from everything. That is the opposite of cool. And here, it is looking at the horizon. It is looking at the dreams that you have and the desires that you have put out into the world. And it is embracing. It is embracing the strength of your will and your personality. It is going against the emotions that scare to the emotions of triumph, to a time of beauty and wonderment. And it's moving you forward. It's moving you forward to wishes upon stars. The star card is the highest form of man's perfection. Once upon a time, when people were ancient, when our ancestors were ancient, we looked up at the stars. They looked up at the stars. And they saw the highest form of man's perfection. They saw beauty. Have you ever looked up at the night sky without all the light pollution, in a beautiful, quiet place, where the sound of the night is like a symphony around you? And you look up at the stars, and they're endless, and they're beautiful, and they're perfect, and they cannot be touched or spoiled. That is what you are connecting with here. Dreams and wishes, desires, and grace. And you are connecting with the stars that once upon a time people thought were gods. And you might sit there and say, what is this talk of gods? And the talk of gods is a talk of a world made bigger, of a connecting with a wonder. And I say gods instead of God because, well, I like the pluralization. And it works. Small g, large g, it depends on what you believe and where you are within your soul and yourself. What faith you were born into and what you are inspired by. The Greeks called people born of gods and man demigods. And I believe that we all have that power to be of greatness, to be of beauty, to connect with a light and a love that shines, to have our breath stolen by what we can achieve, by the grace that lives within us. And it doesn't have to steal anybody else's breath, but you are connecting and your wishes are being heard. You are connecting with what you desire and what you wish for, and your wishes are being listened to by your angels, by your spirit guides, by the divinity itself. And you are not alone. And as you see this, you have the Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Being a student of what you love. And seeing that pigs can fly. It is not absurd anymore. There's beauty, there's passion, there's reality here. And reality can be stranger than anything that we can imagine. You are letting your heart shine through. You are letting your passion guide you. And you are seeing that you are not held back anymore. You are looking deeper into what your heart wants, into what your soul wants, into the grace of self. And you are getting messages from Spirit that bring clarity and move you forward in blessings. Let's go deeper. Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. Show me more deeply, show me more deeply, show me more deeply, angels and spirit guides. Show me deeply, angels and spirit guides, show me deeply. Show me deeply, show me deeply, show me deeply, angels and spirit guides. Show me deeply, show me deeply, show me deeply, angels and spirit guides. And let's look at the people to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people Sagittarius should be mindful of? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Who are the people Sagittarius should be mindful of? September 1st to the 15th, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. 3 and 3. I like the balance. So we have the King of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who is very smart. They have accumulated knowledge. They might not actually be smart people. So there is a difference. There is a sense here of this person being, I'm just seeing there's a rigidity to them. There's an unyieldingness to them that is going to be very off-putting for you. You love knowledge, Sagittarius. You love the whys and the how-comes about things. And this is a person who isn't going to want to explore the passion of it, who just believes that they know, and that's it. This is also a sense of somebody being very sharp-tongued, very blunt and to the point, and not really embracing any beauty. And that's going to be something that you find very sad. You're also going to find this person very hard to deal with because they're unyielding. Things are just set, and they're like a stone. It's like trying to get a stone to move by yelling at it. That's what you're going to feel like with this person, that no matter how hard you try, no matter what you say, they just don't care. Then we have the Princess of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a person who, they're too passionate. And I know passionate isn't the right word. They're hot-headed. This is a person who is just ruled by their emotions and desires and doesn't care, who is exploring and discovering but thinks they know everything. And you're going to sit there and just be really annoyed by that person. It's a young energy too, or somebody who just acts very young or very... Spirit is saying very naive in what they are talking about. And it doesn't mean naive in like an innocent way. It's kind of like a damn the consequences sort of way. And that's very off-putting for you. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. This is an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. This is somebody who wants more than they have, or shows themselves, or tries to portray themselves as somebody who is more than what they are. This is somebody who frets over money, but has no sense of money. Okay. These two people right here, the princesses, okay, they're going to act like quote-unquote princesses, the kind of insult way. And they're just going to be too much drama. And this person here is the complete opposite of their drama. So you have this drama here, and then you have this person who is just rigid and sharp and cruel. And you're just, yeah. caught up in their own mind. So we have the 10 of Cups. I love it. And they all live happily ever after. The Judgment, the Resurrection, and the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups stays in this line. So you have this very strong connection to the past. And it can be this daydreaming, this kind of nostalgia coming forward. And you're going to think, oh, it was better when. And it isn't necessarily going to have been better. It's just simply going to have been different. And that is something that you're going to see. It leads you to the heart. And it leads you to Temperance, which is, of course, you in the Major Arcana. So you're here as the Queen of Wands in the Major Arcana, in the Minor Arcana, ruling your heart. And you're here now in the Major Arcana, ruling your heart. So you and your emotions, absolutely intertwined. You are so in sync with your emotional self. And that's beautiful. The 2 of Cups, the 2 of Coins, The 2 of Coins, you try to balance a lot. The 4 of Swords, you have to give yourself honor for all the pain and the hardships and the disappointments that you have been through. The 6 of Wands, a celebration. The 3 of Cups, here. Now, this deck here, the Mystical Beast and Creatures deck, gives you 2 3 of Cups. One is a pip 3 of Cups, so it's just 3 cups. And the other one is this character, 3 of Cups. And I use this character 3 of Cups to show the people who truly care for you, who are truly on your side. And then you have the 9 of Swords. So you're moving forward and you have these people who are rooting for you, but worry, doubt, and fear can absolutely hold you back. This is a robbing of sleep. This is a taking away of joy. And so there are quote-unquote demons that you are fighting, but it is the sense of the mind saying, oh, I can't possibly. And your heart and your soul and yourself saying, but I need to. It's kind of like when you're in a really bad job and you think, well, I can't leave. I need this paycheck. But going to work every single day is a misery, and you just feel your soul and yourself deteriorating and deteriorating and deteriorating. That's what the 9 of Swords is. And this is saying that there is something here within your mind, within the way that you've, seen things, that make you think that the path that you are supposed to be walking on is wrong, and it's not. 10 of Cups. And they all live happily ever after. Joy, happiness, success, laughter, beauty. It leads you here with the choices that are being made and the knowledge from the past. You are embracing what makes you happy, and you are looking at what you want. It's not instantaneous happiness. It is a longer happiness. It is a quieter happiness. It's not the one where you're going to jump around and scream and shout and go hooray all the time. It's a contentment within the soul. And it's a beauty that radiates out from your life. It's a completion of a cycle, emotionally. And it's a powerful completion, and a beautiful one. It leads you to a resurrection of self, arising like a phoenix from the ashes, your angels and your spirit guides being right there with you. And as you rise, you embrace your truth. And remember, every single day when we rise out of bed, we rise from the ashes of the day before, and also the ashes of slumber. It leads you to the 6 of Cups. Again, the past has a hold here. There is something that you are thinking about. There's a nostalgia coming forward. And this is saying, look at what it is that you are nostalgic for. Look at what it is that is pulling at your heart. And it's not wanting to go back to that necessarily. It's wanting that feeling to be part of this world for you. Balance. Balance and the essence of you. Sagittarius, you like harmony. You're the fire sign. You're the most peacekeeping of the fire signs. And here it is temperance, and it is balance, and it is the cup flowing from one to the other. In the Aquarius, card, in the star card. Yeah. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, they pour the water into the sea. Okay? The 2 cups go into the ocean. Become so much more, but also they can become diluted by the rest of the world. Here, you pour the 2 cups together, one silver, one gold, the day and the night. The two times that are precious and that make up our lives. And as you pour these forth, 1 cup into the other, Nothing is lost and nothing is gained. But there is a sense of a seeing and an understanding that has you looking at the world anew. And it brings you to the Two of Coins. It brings you to a balance in this world as you move forward. And it brings you to you juggling things. And you want to do everything right. So you are embracing this sense of needing to balance everything. But you are forgetting to balance yourself. And that's what is crowning your heart here, that balance of you. The duality of what you want in life, the power of who you are, the complexity of being a human being, of being simply a being. And here, with the Two of Pentacles, there's a prosperity, there's a success. But there's a sense here of not losing yourself to what everybody else wants and what everybody else demands. Make sure you balance yourself as you are balancing responsibilities and other people's demands. The Four of Swords. Understand everything that you've been through. It can make dreams hard to believe in because there is failure, there is sorrow, there is hurt, there is pain. No life is without it. And as you look at things openly and honestly for yourself, you have to give yourself respect for the wars that you have been through, for the hell that you have seen, and for still standing. Start celebrating yourself. As the blessings come in, as you look at the horizons, start celebrating you. Be the type of person who builds yourself up instead of knocking yourself down. And I'm not talking about those people. Have you ever met those people who sit there and tell you how wonderful they are, and they're just not? And you're like, what world are you living in? What have you taken? Because I kind of want some to be able to have that sort of confidence over nothing. Here, it is having that confidence over yourself, over your truth and your beauty, and not believing that you could be like a fairy tale and spin straw into gold, but believing that you can take the person that you are and spin that person, create that person into gold, into a beauty that shines bright instead of a straw that is dull, and is walking in that respect for yourself and knowing the work and the effort and the time that you put into it. It leads you to the Three of Cups. Seeing that people celebrate you. They want you to succeed. And now you might be saying, Dane, there is nobody in my life who cares. And then this is your angels and your spirit guides who say, I am here for you. Believe in me even half as much or a fourth of as much as I believe in you. And you will see your world change. And then there is the Nine of Swords, the worry, the doubt, the fear that can take away all the blessings and keep you stuck, small and afraid. Do not let the Nine of Swords win. Let us see what your spirit animal message is. Sagittarius, September 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. September 1st to the 15th, 2020, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Right, these two. We have here the chameleon spirit. Act as if. Act as if you know what you're doing. Act as if you've already succeeded. Act as if you belong. You belong in power and truth and in beauty. Act as if. It's fake it till you make it. And it's embracing that once you start to believe it, you will start to be it. This leads you to the groundhog spirit. Time to let go. Time to let go of the pains that have broken the heart and shaped it. Time to let go of what other people think and want and desire. It's time to let go. And it's time to be beautiful and powerful and simply you. And you might be thinking there is nothing beautiful or powerful to that. Divinity is saying that there is. Spirit saying that there definitely is. And it's as you connect with what your heart wants from life, of what your soul longs for, and embracing that within yourself, you will find yourself to be amazing. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. Magic does work through you. Works through you and around you. And what I love about the scarab beetle is that they were sacred in ancient Egyptian times. Egypt times, there we go. And here, it is that sacredness coming forward. It's seeing magic in what can be seen as quite ordinary. It's the ordinary becoming extraordinary. And it is embracing that power. It is knowing that truth. And knowing that that flame of magic, that flame of divinity lies within you. Your subconscious people message is the death card, Scorpio energy, a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. This is also the great equalizer. Because, well, death is, isn't it? And this is a seeing things truthfully and honestly for yourself. The way that you are evolving. And the way that, even if it might be painful to realize, as we evolve as human beings, who we once were dies away. And who we are to be and who we are now takes its place. And we are never the same. That is why we cannot walk backwards. That is why we cannot live in the past. It leads you to your subconscious chakra message. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. This is nurturing. Nurturing yourself, your soul, and what you want. Nurturing your inner child and those that you love. It's nurturing your dreams, who you want to be, and how you are walking forward. This leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the 6 of Wands, celebration and success, jubilance, having people see, moving forward with a smile on your face, because you are succeeding and you are achieving. And what once seemed so far out of reach is becoming part of your life. Start celebrating your successes. Start celebrating yourself. Instead of thinking, oh, could have done better. See what you have done. And see how beautiful it is. Honor yourself. Know that you matter. This leads you to going deeper into your subconscious message, to the 7 of Swords. Know the battles that you are fighting, okay? Don't fight them all. Yeah, know the battles that you are fighting. Know what you are fighting for. The 7 of Swords. Oh, that's interesting because it's the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords coming together. You take up your knowledge, you take up your understanding, you are moving forward, but know what you are fighting for, what you want in your life, what you desire, and what you are seeing. And as you do so, you see yourself so much more clearly, and a wish is granted. Subconsciously, what you have been wishing for, desiring, not the cross the fingers, wish upon a star type of thing. It is what your soul has been wishing for. You have that with the star card here, and you have it with the 7 of Swords here. What your soul has been wishing for is being heard, and it is coming forward. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward in this world, strong and confident, that we can achieve our goals and be the people that we long to be, and that we see ourselves as being. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony, Sagittarius.